The following shows a heated phone call between DOA and Oh No Nora. This was almost a 2-hour phone call, so parts will be edited out for time. Various pictures and memes are added over to transform this video. My channel does not encourage harassment of anyone in the video, and this is meant for archival purposes. In good faith, I will try to show both sides of the debate to the best of my ability.
The parties don't all have to be together. We don't all have to agree. As much as all these fucktards want to say that there's division, no channel has been shut down. Everyone has their channel to fucking do with what they want. If I consider someone a bad actor or someone I don't like, doesn't mean that I'm fucking attacking the community or that I'm attacking people who are actually trying to affect change. With that said, fucking Nora, you're such a fucking dumb bitch. Is that a good way to say it? Is that horrible to say that shit like that? You're just a fucking bitch. I literally copyrighted you because you're a fucking lying hypocrite. And then I fucking gave grace. I gave grace and fucking removed the copyright. And then what do? You tag me in another fucking post because you're a dumb fucking bitch. Okay? That's that. You're a fucking bitch. I literally removed the copyright just to be like, okay, whatever. I don't fucking need to do that. Nora is the one causing division in the anti-Scientology community. Nora's that person. And she's a fucking idiot.
Hi, you've reached Nora. I'm sorry I missed your call. Please leave me a message, and I'll call you back as soon as I can. Thanks.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Seriously. I removed that copyright because I was being fucking nice. And then you tag me in this post. Are you fucking Osa? What the fuck? Did you eat paint chips as a fucking child?
Hello?
What the fuck is wrong with you, Nora? I'm live right now, and this is being recorded.
Okay, well, I don't consent to you recording me live, but okay, why are you...
All right, well, then I'm going to hang up. You're fucking lying, but so I'm hanging up before you try to fucking put me on false fucking charges like your other fucking friends.
I take it back. You can record me. You can put me on a live. I'm just driving my car, minding my business right now, just having gotten out of therapy. So how can I help you, Scott?
Well, I removed that fucking copyright because I was being fucking nice. Because I was not trying to cause division. So tell me how you beat the copyright when I removed it.
I did. If you actually watch my content, you would see that I showed the email that I got, or maybe I forget. But yeah, you're right, Scott. You removed it.
Yes.
But you were trying to cause division. You were being petty and just being a fucking asshole. And you weren't being altruistic by removing it. You got called out. You got fucking handed your ass by your comment section in every single one of your fucking profiles, and then you decided to remove it. Not because you were being nice to me, and also maybe because somebody else who realized that I'm actually a good person and was helpful and did stuff for the person in need and told them right away when shit was going on, right? Who's not involved in this shit, so I'm not dropping their fucking name because they're not involved in this, okay? Told you to stop being a fucking dick. So don't call me screaming on my voicemail about me eating fucking paint chips, okay? Because that's bullshit, Scott, okay? It's fucking cowardly bullshit.
No, it's
Call the fuck out. Look at your comment section. None of those comments are me, honey. Your followers told you you were being a fucking asshole. So that's on you. And you were being a fucking asshole. You knew that was a bullshit copyright claim from the get.
Well, you did break the law, and you're not allowed to just
break the law. What law did I break?
A copyright law, Nora.
What?
Just have you filed copyright violations on other channels?
Yes. That
okay.
I validly felt were not transformative and did not change my content in any way. They were just literally stalking me and reposting my content for their own monetary gain, which is above violation of YouTube's terms of service.
Yeah.
Your conversation with me where you put a public link out, by the way, and you didn't copyright strike fucking Aaron for doing the same thing. So it's clearly just petty bullshit from you. Nice try, Scott. And you repeating that I have copyright rights truck, the fucking Potato Head Foundation proves that you are in fucking cahoots with them and Stephanie and all these other people who are doing nothing but fucking causing division.
It's a conspiracy that I'm working with Stephanie that I've never talked to ever in my life.
Prove me wrong, Scott. You do the fucking copyright claim, and then when you take it down, you make another fucking hate video about me to put up on your other fucking channel like nobody's gonna notice that. And look at the comments on that video, Scott. What are your followers telling you about your actions?
They're saying that you're
fucking up.
They
can see through you.
They're saying that you actually act like Osa is what most of the comments are saying.
Oh, look at your fucking comments. Don't try to gaslight me in real time on your fucking live. Again,
I need the content. I need the content to cause division.
You're a paid professional provocateur protester who's only here for one reason, and it's so convenient.
Take a breath, Nora. Just calm down a little bit.
With Laura,
yeah.
So all these places that just happen to have Scientology organizations, so you can go and meet all those protesters in person and fuck their shit up too. Like, I see right fucking through you, Scott. You are so fucking transparent. It is unbelievable that you think you're still gonna get away with all of this fucking bullshit in 2024. All of your shit is catching up with you, okay? I have no reasons to be kind or nice or befriend you. Laura is a second gen who I respect and I love, and I will do everything in my power to help her succeed. You are a bad person who is not here to help anyone. You are here for yourself.
And what's the worst thing I've done, Nora? What's the worst thing that I've done that makes me such a bad person?
Fuck up the protests that were the singularly most effective thing that has ever happened against Scientology. You inserted yourself for no fucking reason. You showed up in LA after running away from people that were after your ass. You documented your whole fucking trip across the country. And what's your very first video in the fucking protest world? It's you staking out the fucking test center so that you can see who all the operatives are. You name them and all that stuff. It's very convenient. You try out a few characters, and as soon as Laura appears on the scene, immediately you gravitate right towards her and gain her trust. You are a professional fucking op. 100%.
Osa?
I would bet my whole fucking life on that, Scott. And now you're using Laura as a human fucking shield to maintain credibility in our community of ex-Scientology survivors so that you can get away with doing all of the destructive shit that you've done in every single fucking group you've ever been a part of.
So the group that I was against the pedophiles, that's the group that I did.
Stop trying to make yourself a champion of fucking human beings.
I am a champion of human beings, Nora.
What you do is you go into a group, you fucking up, and you get a couple people arrested, and then you get found out as a narc, and then you move on to the next fucking place.
Do you ever let anyone speak, Nora? Does anyone, do you just always overspeak everybody you talk to?
Yes, I overspeak people who are criminals because I don't believe a fucking word that you say. But go ahead and tell me all of the lies and gaslight that you want to tell me now.
So,
it's your turn.
So me destroying a movement, I destroyed the 1776 movement. That was a bad thing. I destroyed it. Absolutely. I came in, I destroyed that protest. Absolutely. Is that a bad thing?
Scott, I don't think you destroyed the protest. I think you're a paid professional narc who's put in there by different law enforcement agencies, and then you conveniently go to jail every once in a while, and other people tell you stuff, and you're a fucking informant. It's like anyone with two eyes that are working in their head can see exactly what you are.
So I'm an informant with who? FBI? CIA?
Pick one. Maybe both.
Both, huh?
Definitely, Scott, it's amazing to me how you're the only person in the history of fucking protesting Scientology that's been magically swatted 450 million times.
Yeah.
Okay, you're a fucking nobody. Nobody knows who you are.
Yeah,
you're not a fucking ex-Scientologist. You mean nothing in the scheme of things to Scientology in terms of like what you can do. Okay, you have no internal information for them. You're absolutely not a threat. You're just a fucking random person. Okay, but yet somehow you were continually swatted and then have your phones and your computer confiscated not once but twice, and you even videoed yourself fucking doxing the fact that there's still an ongoing investigation when you say, oh, there's nothing, all the charges have been dropped. It's total bullshit. And then the highway patrol takes your shit because they're suspicious of the same thing. So now you're being investigated by two different entities in California. that I'm sure magically when you have something that's useful for them in another area, you know, then it'll all get dropped, because that's just what magically happens for you, Scott, all the time. That you just magically, you know, no receipts, no problems for you.
No, I mean, is it possible that I didn't commit the crime, so the court says, hey, you're not guilty because you're not a criminal?
You record all your actions, Scott, some of which are criminal, some of which are pushing the line to criminality, like, you know, in my personal opinion, beyond the line. But I'm not a lawyer and I don't make the laws, so I don't get to make the final decision on that. But, you know, it's possible too that, you know, because you're connected and you know people, and, you know, we don't all get to go sit in the courtroom and see how these things play out. You know, we just hear from you all of these things.
Well, and Dodge. Thank God. Thank God Dodge is here, because has been doing a great thing. I mean, so you're saying Solomon swatted himself, or did I swat Solomon?
I think ZDT swatted Solomon, because ZDT is an obsessed who fucking wants, you know,
like Marcus Kuppick, and Frank Ledford.
Who?
Frank Ledford and Marcus Kuppick.
Who's that?
Well, it's amazing that you could say exactly what I've done wrong in the past, but you don't know who the level 3 sex offenders are that I was protesting.
Why would I know that, Scott?
Well, your buddies with Dad Ant.
I'm obsessed with you, unlike.
Well, maybe if you did a little investigative journalism and found out that DOA.
Scott.
I know you sit in a garage and you're a content creator and you need money. Your content is based solely on money. I'm not monetized. I'm not monetized.
People cannot super chat you, Scott, unless you're monetized.
Oh, but that's I don't have commercials. I don't have memberships.
I'm not. Doesn't matter. You're still monetized.
Yeah, just a super chat. I'm not here for clicks and views, Nora.
You're a fucking liar. Yeah. You are monetized.
Anything else? I'm gonna put that copyright back on you. Just so you know.
Go ahead, and I'll get a fucking lawyer and prove that you're a petty piece of shit.
Okay.
And I will prove in a court of law exactly what you are, Scott. Go for it, because now you're saying out loud on this video, which I hope everybody's fucking screen recording and clipping.
No, they're screen recording this like shit.
Copyright claim on me. That you are putting a false copyright claim, violating YouTube's terms of service. We're all on the same side.
We're not on the same side. You're QAnon. You're a QAnon conspiracist. You're.
Honey, I'm definitely not QAnon.
You sound like QAnon. Everyone's a narc.
Into talking about politics.
Take a breath. Are you working for Lee Dundas?
All of the breaths.
Yeah, take all the breath. Take a second. Look up Frank Ledford and Marcus Kuppick. So you say all these things about me, but you don't know that the last 2 years I've been protesting 2 level 3s, actually 3 different sex offenders. Okay,
that's wonderful for
you.
So
no, it's not wonderful. It is wonderful for me because
in West Virginia, was that a real thing or was that not a real thing? That's just made up.
Okay, well, since you've done some research, half-ass research.
No, this is all you talking about. You had a court case.
Yeah.
So was the court case valid? Did you have a restraining order against you because of what you
13
going into a bedroom or not?
Going into a bedroom. That's your information.
Going into a public porta potty.
Yeah.
Was that what happened or not?
Nope, it's not.
Okay. Did you have a restraining order against you from a person in West Virginia?
13 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I beat 12 of them because they were all lies. We need to raise $2,000 more for Josiah. You going to help out with that at all? Are you going to help with the community, the anti-Scientology community? We only need $2,000 more to get him a lawyer. You going to help?
For Josiah?
Yeah.
Sure, he can contact me and I'll.
You can't help. You can't help. You can't just put out his gifts and go. Yeah, because you don't give a fuck about Scientology. You give a fuck about your stupid garage.
And Danny money directly, but I'm not giving you jack shit.
I'm not asking for money. I'm asking for you to give to Laura. Laura's the beneficiary of the gifts and go for the lawyer for Josiah. So how about you do something for fucking people because you guys have forgotten about Josiah. I don't know if because you guys are racist or if you don't like him, you haven't promoted him at all. You guys are all about you and the SBTV Foundation and causing division with the other anti-Scientology community and the Aftermath Foundation. And the more I talk to
you, and as soon as me or Aaron go on with you and we have a great conversation, you turn around and twist it and shit all over us and now file fake copyright strikes on me but not on Aaron. Convenient. And also just continue to spread disgusting false information and shit on me and shit on Aaron and shit on the foundation that is fucking helping people. Every time you do that, Scott, every time you make a fucking piece of content about the foundation being false and all this other stuff,
I think you guys are pieces of shit. Aaron forced his girlfriend to have a forced abortion. I thought we were against forced abortions.
God, that's false information.
Oh, she's lying?
Stop talking about stuff.
She's lying? Or him calling a girl a whore for being what did Aaron say? He called him a whore. He called that girl a whore for not signing her petition, and he was drunk texting her because he was drunk. Is that the behavior you support? Is that the SBTV Foundation does?
Everything that I'm saying is true. Every time you repeat the Scientology attacks on
Aaron said it on the police video. Nora? Nora? Are you saying that the police videos are not real and that it's a conspiracy?
I'm saying that the video.
He called that girl a whore for not signing the petition, correct? Yes or no?
He didn't call her a whore. He called her a cunt.
A cunt. All right. He called her a cunt, and it was okay to drunk text her.
Propaganda straight.
And that's a Scientology thing?
It's embarrassing that you're bringing up something from 4 years ago that makes no difference as to what's happening now. Guess what, Scott? You admitted to me when we talked about.
She's super hot, though. She's super hot.
Also called women cunts. It doesn't matter.
It's
not relevant.
Oh no, but it's relevant.
It's only relevant to you trying to make Aaron and everyone else look like shit and make you look like fucking Captain America, which you are not. You are a piece of shit who is only here to hurt people. Look at how you talked about Laura on your last live. Go rewatch the last 10 minutes of your fucking live on Laura where you bitched about her being late all the time.
Yeah, she's late all the time. She's late all the time. Yeah, we.
So fucking what? That's not something
we're late. It's okay. Thank you.
You don't fucking tear them down.
Maybe you're changing the world and spending all your time with your family sitting in the garage every day attacking Chris Shelton, and because that's to bring Scientology down. But he's anti-Scientology. Why are you trying to cause division, Nora?
You out of it, Scott. He completely leaves you out of it. I find that super interesting that all these people that spend all day attacking me and Aaron and fucking Natalie and Miriam leave you, leave Chris, leave.
Because I'm working with Chris Shelton.
Totally off top, totally untouchable. If you even ask a question about Chris Shelton in Reddit, you're fucking banned.
Yeah.
Don't fucking tell me it's not a conspiracy.
I'm totally involved with it. Bullshit. No, you figured it out. You figured it out, Nora.
I did.
Definitely not QAnon.
Figured out. I'm 100% sure that I am correct.
I'm not sure if therapy is working here, Nora.
Fuck you for saying that, because the reason therapy is working is that I can stand up to a piece of shit like you and tell you you're a piece of shit without being upset about it.
And I said a bad word about Natalie?
Yes, I'm yelling at you.
Oh, don't treat me like that.
You don't deserve courtesy.
Oh, no.
You don't deserve kindness.
No.
Because you're an agent provocateur. You're an agent of chaos. You are not a good person. Good people deserve my patience and kindness. You deserve neither.
Did you say that Liz Ferris needed to go to a mental hospital? As someone who cares about second gens, while she was in the hospital thinking she was going to die, she was willing to die. She was going to die, and you thought it was time to say, as someone who respects second gens, and for someone who, all I know is that...
Did I say it on the internet?
Did you say that Liz Ferris...
Did I say it on the internet?
Man up here. Man up.
Did I say it on the internet?
Doesn't matter to me where you said it. Yeah, oh yeah, it does.
Tell me exactly who you're talking to. Yeah. Thank you for showing again that you're a fucking agent provocateur who's spying on people's private conversations and trying to fucking...
Oh, we tapped a few phones, and I saw the information that you told Liz Ferris that she needed to go to the mental hospital when she was dying.
No, I didn't say it to Liz, so nice try, and I know my phones aren't tapped. I'm not a fucking paranoid schizophrenic.
Did you say it or not?
No. Who did I say it to, Scott? Because I never said that anywhere on the internet. So who did I say it to?
But you said it in a private message to somebody. Why would Liz need to go to the mental hospital? Was it because she asked a question?
You've just shown your hand.
Yeah.
If I said something...
No, I'm an FBI, Nora. Of course I know.
Tell me that trying to give someone help and maybe get them mental health help if they need it is a bad thing. That is a fucking Scientology through line. So you're Scientology and you're fucking bullshit.
OSA. I'm OSA, FBI, and CIA.
You're not OSA. They can't afford you, Scott. You're too expensive.
Well, at least
you're being paid by a third-party company because OSA has learned that it's 2024. They can't just cut a check to you. My bots, and then those are all your little fucking followers and all this other shit, and they've got 85 different,
minions.
They all comment and pump you up, and then they super chat you and all this other bullshit. It's like we're not fucking dumb. We see through all this stuff, Scott, And don't fucking bring up Liz Ferris. She wasn't even in this conversation.
Oh, I will though. She's my friend, and I feel like you.
She's your friend. You're using her. You're using her like you're using Laura right now. She was not part of this conversation, and you're bringing her up for no fucking reason, Scott. You're using her and Laura, both second gens, to try and legitimize yourself and make me look bad. I am never going to be as evil and stupid as you, Scott, because unlike you, despite our differences, despite our disagreements, my number one priority is their health, their safety, and their state of mind, which is why no matter what, I have their back. And you are using them. I have never once used Liz or Laura or any second gen to benefit myself, and you do it every single fucking day.
If you want to keep Chris,
theory, Scott.
so I'm working. Hold on, I'm working with Chris. Me and Chris Shelton, and
I don't think Chris Shelton wants anything to do with you because he doesn't like the protest. But Chris Shelton, like you, doesn't actually want Scientology to stop. That's not what you're here to do, Scott. You're not here to stop Scientology. You've even admitted that. You're here to call out bad actors because that's your thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here's the problem with that, Scott.
Like is Chris Shelton a bad actor? Is Chris Shelton a bad actor?
Chris Shelton is a piece of shit.
Is he a bad actor?
No, he's not a fucking bad actor in the way that you're trying to say it. No one asked you to come here and vet the rest of the protesters. We don't need you or want you. Thank you for protesting. Thanks for causing all the fucking problems at La Poubelle and getting arrested a whole bunch of times. Super helpful. Legitimize the protests with the media completely.
Yeah, we made NBC News.
They're covering it everywhere. Bullshit. I watched the NBC News report. They fucking downplayed it and said you guys were basically agitators. So you did your job, Scott. You made the protests look crazy and nonsensical and bad. And that's
a Hollywood neighborhood disrupted by protesters. Last night, a clash outside a restaurant turned violent, with at least one person going to jail.
Our Anastasia Olmos has been digging into this story. She joins us now from the restaurant live outside. Anastasia.
We do know that these protesters started calling police. The LAPD tells me around 10 o'clock they received at least 5 phone calls to this location in Hollywood off Bronson and Franklin. This group of protesters, anywhere from 10 to 20 people. It's a restaurant here named in a sexual assault case involving celebrity Danny Masterson. They say they were protesting that restaurant, but other business owners near the restaurant and those who work in the area did not want to go on camera for fear of being targeted by protesters, but they say they were so scared of the protesters, at least one business closed early, and staff told us they had to cut their hours because of this. Now, on the other side, protesters shared video with us as they were filming. You see a man hit a phone out of one of the protesters' hand. They say they were trying to tell customers and staff not to support the restaurant when things turned violent. A protester tells me he pepper sprayed a woman after she hit his phone out of his hand. He says one of them also clipped his leg with her car when they were trying to make sure they did not leave the parking lot before police arrived.
Now, that's the public perception, for the most part, about them and the people protesting. And now those protesters are starting to fall apart because they're getting hit hard by OSA and other people and public perception because of your actions.
Wow, I had for a nobody. I sure did a whole lot here, huh? Since January.
You should be really proud. You should. Whoever your handlers are fucking applauding you.
Dire Wolf and Trucker Girl and David in Wisconsin. He takes care of his paralyzed wife, but in the meantime, Dad Ant's called all this out. That your source of information. Yeah, that's the source of your information.
I watched your shit. This is all my observation of you.
Thanks for watching.
Human fucking being and your fucking content. The second video that you did conveniently, which I love, my favorite video of yours, is on the day Aaron got arrested, where you were magically nowhere for the whole time, that all that was going on. But then, wow, just so convenient, you have the first exclusive journalistic interview with the fucking attacker to get his side because you want to get both sides because you're a journalist. And then you say in the video, very tellingly, they probably hate me now. Good. So, Scott, you fucking told us who you were from the very beginning of your fucking fake bullshit op. And now you're trying to create another narrative where you're the fucking hero of the whole thing. And look at me and Laura, we're going to just champion this whole thing. And she's my girl and I love her so much. And you're using her every day and hurting her. Okay, so I don't fucking stand for that. Laura is a grown woman. She's going to make her own decisions. I don't make decisions for her. But the second you're done with her and you cast her aside like you have everybody else
Who?
you fucking used up.
Who
then
have
guess
I
who's gonna
used
be there
up,
to
Nora?
pick up the crumbs?
Who have I
Who's
used
going
up?
to be there to pick up the crumbs, Scott? Not you. It will be me. It will be Liz Ferris. It will be Aaron. It will be everybody else. And Serge and all of us will be there for Laura like we always have been.
Oh,
okay?
Aaron's been there for Laura? Seriously?
It's Laura. Learn your
Laura.
fucking girlfriend's
Laura.
name, for fuck's sake. Stop telling me how much you love her and care about her and all this other shit when you can't even fucking say her name right, Scott. And I don't want to hear about your goddamn speech impediment bullshit, okay?
Don't
Then
worry
go
about
back
my
to speech
disability.
class and learn how to fucking say it.
Don't worry about my disability. Only your traumas.
Okay, so you have a speech impediment. So do like two of my kids who went to speech class and then try to learn words correctly. Okay, they don't just keep saying it wrong and be like, oh, I have a speech impediment. I'm just never going to say that right. Okay, that's not how the world works, Scott. You're a grown-ass man, okay?
Yeah.
You're fucking grown, in your 40s. Get over it.
Like a big kid. I want to give a special shout out to R.U. Jellin for scoring me the Patrick Perry interview. Thank you, R.U. Jellin. Talk about being paying attention to the streams and let me know that Patrick Perry was in the back behind the Scientology building to score that.
Just happened to be back by your van.
Yeah, R.U.
So
Jellin.
convenient.
Thank you, R.U.
So
Jellin.
convenient.
And so,
yeah, just convenient. And then go back and watch that interview, everybody. Go back and watch Scott tell the world exactly who he is right in that interview. If Scott doesn't delete it because I just called him out for being a fucking double off bullshit. He was never here to protest earnestly. He was here to cause division and trouble. He says it very clearly in his early streams in Scientology that he's just here to fuck shit up. He's here to dance and wear squirrel outfits and be adorable and, you know, just get himself enamored with everybody else. And then he's just going to start doing what he always does. Just magically, there's all these bad actors just surrounding Scott all the time.
They're all
It's
over
so
the
strange.
place.
How does that happen?
They can't boil water, Nora.
That can see bad actors. It's like he has a magical fifth eye.
That's why my channel is at Bad Actors for the last 2 years. That's what I do. Like, just like you do. You expose Chris Shelton and Mitch. Is Mitch a bad actor?
Mitch is an entitled, old, boomer, white piece of shit.
Don't call me white.
His Scientology.
Don't call me white. Don't call me white.
Racist to white people?
Oh my God, Scott. See, here you go again. Are you trying to make me a bad actor? Am I a bad actor, Scott?
I mean, I haven't put you on the list yet, but I would say more QAnon.
You haven't what?
I haven't put you on the list yet. You're not on the bad actor list.
I haven't raised to the rank of bad actor. No, I know why I will never be a bad actor on your list, Scott, because your only job is to try and cause me pain and discomfort and try with your best efforts, just like the rest of the people that you hang out with, Stephanie, Incognito, and all these other fucking people. They have one goal, just like Osa has, which is for me to either die or shut the fuck up. So you're going to keep pushing, you're going to keep probing, you're going to keep poking until one of those two things happens, because that's your only objective.
I don't want to be part of your community because you are okay with that.
Then just leave. We don't need you anyway.
I'm not part of your community. You're part of my community. I'm not talking about you.
You're never were in Scientology. You're definitely not part of my community, Scott. I'm glad that we can finally agree on one thing, okay? You are not a part of this community. You never have been. You came in here.
Well, because I have a good sense of bullshit. Like maybe you weren't able to realize that Scientology was bullshit when you joined as an adult, as a consenting adult, but I never joined a cult.
Scientology and raised as a Scientologist. Stop talking about things that you don't know about.
So this is only yours and Aaron's community, is basically what I'm hearing from you.
No, I'm just saying, you just said you're not part of my community. I'm agreeing with you, and you can kindly exit out stage left and never talk about Scientology again. We don't need your help. Thank you for
I think you do need
not
my
part of
help.
the
I think
community.
I'm.
You can leave now.
No
one needs your help, Scott.
Have you been to court for anybody? I'm going to court today for Solomon.
Great.
Yeah.
Then maybe Solomon, an individual human who is facing a court case, for actions that happened, needs your personal assistance because he personally asked you for that. Fantastic. You go right ahead and do that, but it has nothing to do with taking down Scientology because we don't need you, Scott. You're not the hero of the story.
I can be your hero, baby.
Okay, because you show up in a courtroom and show your support? Are you testifying for him? Have you paid for his lawyer? What exactly are you doing to help Solomon?
Well, he doesn't have a lawyer. It shows how much you're paying attention to the actual people, the actual activists in court. He doesn't have a lawyer.
240 channels. I am one person with 4 children
who's
and
focused
a wife
on
and a life. Who
you're
cannot watch all of the content.
You're not focused on your children because every single day you're talking about Chris Shelton for a few hours a day.
Oh my God, I don't talk about Chris Shelton every single day.
And you guys are hell-bent on Chris Shelton and causing division in the community.
And our conversation that I had with them about that now knows that you are not a trustworthy person. That if you tell if somebody tells you something in confidence, you don't keep that confidence.
No,
you have no respect.
I tell everybody that I'm a loudmouth and that don't tell me shit in confidence because there's a good chance that I'm gonna say it out loud. So we're consenting adults, and everyone knows that I can't keep a secret because in secrets that's where all the bad shit happens. That's where people like hide pedophiles. That's where people say, oh, you're causing division in all these past movements, and they say that in the private, but then they don't say, hey, he was protesting a known pedophile being in a group hanging with children. And so then you spin it to be like, oh, he's destroyed all these protests. And yes, I have destroyed some protests, and I'm very proud of it. And I'm proud of it because those protests were harboring known level 3 sex offenders. Because you're making all these crazy conspiracies from my trolls that protected pedophiles, that I'm an FBI or a CIA informant without having any foreknowledge of anything that I did in the past. And then you make all these claims that, oh, I've done and destroyed all these protests, not knowing that the protests I went after were harboring known pedophiles. So yes, you're saying half information.
But Scott, here's the question. Here's $1 million question. If these protests were harboring known pedophiles, how did you know that?
Because I was part of it.
So you just happen to be in these protests over and over and over again, where you're the only person that can suss out pedophiles and these criminals that no one else noticed was amongst them.
No, we had a bunch of activists in D.C. that were against them. I just posted it earlier, a short from my friend, the chairman of Antifa. Shout out, chairman.
What I'm pointing out to you is exactly what I said earlier. You are a paid professional provocateur.
Who's paying me?
Into groups.
Who's paying me?
Into groups to do exactly what you love to do.
Yeah, people pay me. Yes, Nora.
Do pedophiles need to be in jail and not amongst the rest of the people? 100%, Scott. 100%. Okay, but the problem right now, okay, for you in the Scientology movement is you just showed up for no reason. No one invited you.
No, I saw Streets. Streets went viral, and because of Streets, I came out here because of William Good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You came out here because of Streets.
Yeah.
Got it. And then
it looked like they needed a professional protester, and I'm a professional protester. And I'm against pedophiles, and I figured Scientologists is full of pedophiles, and what a perfect fit for someone who is a professional at protesting pedophiles.
That Scientology is full of pedophiles, or
absolutely.
You're hoping to find a protester that's a pedophile so you can keep your track record going.
The people that were involved with the protests were.
No, I'm asking you specifically about Scientology. Are you here to find a criminal who's protesting, to get them out of the protest and hopefully get legal action taken against them? Or are you here to expose the crimes of Scientology, Scott?
Both.
What crimes of Scientology are you exposing?
All sorts of different things. Specifically in my litigation right now with Kendrick Moxon, the head of Scientology. I got Jaden on the stand to say that he makes $50 an hour. So definitely exposing that there's people working in indentured servitude. So that would be one thing that I'm working on currently in litigation right now. Do you not think that that's is that causing division within the community to get that on the record?
What exactly does that expose? That Kendrick Moxon's a Sea Org member?
That they
I'm just asking. That he's a Sea Org member and he's voluntarily, according to them, agreed to that pay per week. What are we exposing? That he's a willing participant?
No.
I mean, what is the expose? We already knew that for years.
Yeah, and
it's like that's not fucking news.
And who got that on the court record? And what transcripts are you relying on that information?
What do you mean? I've known he's a Sea Org member because he worked at the fucking HGB. I'm not an idiot. I was in the Sea Org.
Yeah.
This is the difference.
And what evidence, what court cases have been litigated on that information, Nora?
I I don't know. I you know,
Okay,
none to
well,
my knowledge. So that's
I find it important. I find it important that humans are working for $50 a week. You might not find that important, but I am in litigation now.
Are you fucking for real right now? Are you fucking for real? Tell me you have no idea who I am or what I've talked about without telling me. Like, this is really fucking bullshit. I survived the fucking almost 3 years on the RPF making $11 a week. Okay, $12.50, and then they take taxes, so it's $11.47. Okay, so don't fucking talk to me about how you're the fucking hero of my story or any other survivor story. So what is the court case about that you have against Kendrick Moxon? He said you threatened him, or you threatened to kill his dog or something, or whatever.
You need to pay a little more attention to what. See,
I don't know what the case is about. I know. Because I don't care about.
Well, because I did an occupation that none of you guys have done. None of you guys have put forth the effort, nor did you support any of the occupation.
That's
and so
bullshit.
when I
fucking covered it every
when
day
I did the occupation, the Church of Scientology, the cult that you're allegedly fighting. The cult that you're allegedly fighting, I did an occupation.
It's not allegedly, Scott. It's not allegedly. I have been fighting them for
the cult that
well over a decade.
The cult that you are fighting, I did an occupation without the support of anybody of the SBTV Foundation.
Yeah, because you didn't fucking ask anybody, Scott.
No, I talked to Aaron. I talked to Aaron.
Fuck you want. You did. You talked to Aaron? Sure.
I talked to Aaron ahead of time.
And what did Aaron tell you?
He said that 86 is kind of a weird guy.
Oh my God! Now we got to bring 86 GOP into it.
Well, that's part of the court case.
So what's wrong with 86 GOP? A person I don't know, never talked to.
Didn't you just say that someone was going to try to kill Kendrick Moxon's wife?
I said I asked. No, I didn't say anything about his wife. I heard something about some threat to Kendrick Moxon.
Yes. Okay. And do you know who did the threat?
I have no idea.
Okay. This is where you're going to have to do a little more research here on the back end. You know,
okay.
And 86 is the one who did the threat, and 86 is the first person I called out as one of the first people that I was calling out as a bad actor. Okay.
Where did he do this alleged?
And now Kendrick Moxon has subpoenaed 86 in Danny's case. You might not follow my case, but you're not following Danny's case either, I assume.
I know that Danny's been in court. That's all I know.
Yes. And 86 is being disposed. I know you're not following it because you're too busy attacking Chris Shelton to know about people.
Allegedly do this threat. Where did it happen?
In the chat.
So he wrote it in a chat that he was gonna, do something to Kendrick Moxon's wife.
That he was gonna burn down Scientology.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the threat. I'm gonna burn down Scientology.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Well, that sounds like things I've said out loud about Scientology and other things. So I guess I should also be on trial from Kendrick Moxon. But notice how I don't have a case against me from Kendrick Moxon for saying that, everything should go away.
Well,
like saying that you're going to burn down Scientology.
Yeah, I would never say that because I would never make a threat like that ever in my life.
But it's hyperbole. You can't burn down an organization.
Yeah, I understand. I understand that, Nora.
To the ground. That means you're going to eliminate it.
I understand that, Nora, but it's arson and
It's arson.
Yes, to say you're going to burn something down.
An entire organization that spans worldwide. You say I'm going to burn.
Well, maybe in Nora's court. Maybe in Nora's court that doesn't matter. But
did he say he was going to burn down a specific location?
Am I on trial here? I feel like it.
I'm asking you a question because I didn't see the fucking alleged chat. Did he say he was going to burn down a specific location?
He said he was going to burn down Scientology.
Okay, then that's bullshit. This is like
obviously it's bullshit, Nora. But you got to take a breath and listen. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth. You got 2 ears to hear and 1 mouth to speak.
It means nothing.
Yeah,
it means nothing.
It does mean something because it's so important in Danny's case that there's a deposition scheduled and he's been subpoenaed for these statements. And you might not think it's important and it might not matter, but in real life, in court right now, in litigation of us fighting Scientology for protesting, it is very much reality.
Yeah, and who's been every day supporting all the protesters and throwing your fucking live streams up and telling people to sub and go support and watch? Me. Not Chris Shelton, not Mike Rinder.
I don't care. I don't care. I
fucking supported you as a protester, and I told people to support you as a protester. So when you come at me and say I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, I'm not supporting, that is fucking lies. It's gaslighting and it's bullshit. It is bullshit.
I actually handed out flyers that had the SBTV Foundation and all the Second Gen's Facebook page, YouTube channels, and not my YouTube channel, but I had your channel on there. Okay, Sandra made that. All right. And so I hung out a lot of years. That doesn't give me qualifications to be ignorant or to allow false information to be put out. because I shared your channel, just like you shared my channel.